But I go into undergrad at first at Seattle Central, and I take fashion design because I was taking a fashion design class in high school, and I loved it. And my sister-in-law helped me make my prom dress. Thank you, Tony.
Yes.
So I thought, oh yeah, this is me. Not because it made my heart sing. I was just trying to figure out like my path. And then they brought up math in fashion design and history in fashion design. So I decide, like, okay, this isn't really my route. I still love fashion, but I'm not really down for this. So I transfer from Seattle Central to Shoreline. I decide I'm gonna get serious. I'm like, okay, what are you gonna do? And I remember I went into the Shoreline library. So first of all, I have to take all classes that are still high school level. English, math, high school level, but now I'm like determined. I really don't know who else to thank other than God. I don't know what motivated me to like keep going even though I felt so far behind. I don't know other than God. And I go into the library, I'll never forget this, and I whispered to this man and I said, can you help me to find a book? And he says to me, I felt like it was so loud, he goes, you don't know how to use the library? I was pissed. I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? I was so, you know, and I know you all are laughing, but I want you to feel me. I'm probably like 20 years old. I'm already embarrassed that I've graduated from high school and I don't know how to use the library. I don't know the difference between a country and a state. I don't, I'm struggling, but something again, and yeah, I don't know other than God. Just like there was something that like kept me in spite of as I'm taking how to study classes, and you know, just trying to figure out my way. And I end up at Seattle University, and now I'm trying to figure out, like, I loved it there, but I'm still like pretty insecure. I decide I go to Alaska. I decide I want to be a psychologist. I don't know why. I remember sitting out on the rocks in Alaska and journaling and thinking and contemplating. And I say, you know what, I'm going to be a psychologist. But I didn't really know what that meant. And I'm reading books like, I don't know how old y'all are out there, but I'm reading Leo Buscaglia's books. I'm reading When I Say No, I Feel Guilty. I'm journaling. I'm trying to find myself. I get this job. I wish the Burbanks were here. I get this job over on Summit on Capitol Hill. I mean, this like amazing woman. Like I never met anybody like her. I remember Stephanie, like, you come up to me, I say, Stephanie, I want people to see who you are. You never know how people are planting seeds in your life, right? You see, I grew up that if you said you thought your dress looked nice, you were conceited, okay? If you spoke highly of yourself before somebody else did, that meant that you thought you were better than someone else. And I meet this white woman, and I'm like, her nails, and she's like, they do look nice. Now, my face doesn't have anything to do with it other than I never met anybody that I would say, I love your outfit. She's like, girl, I love this. Like, I found this at such and such place, and doesn't it look good on me? And I was like, oh, can I do that? So I started to try that on. I started to try that on. Like, I started to like, why am I pushing away? Let me say this. When I went to graduate school and I would come home and visit and people would say, what are you doing? What's going on in your life? When you'd run into old friends, I would never tell them that I was getting my doctorate degree. Y'all with me on this? Because I didn't want people to think that I thought that I was better. Mm-hmm. And with Stephanie, and I wish Lou Rochelle was here, because I had never yet seen a black woman that owned her own business that was, I didn't know was the thing that I wanted to do that would make my heart sing with joy. And she had foot surgery and she can't make it, but Lou Rochelle and Stephanie, and God, just kept, God just kept putting people in my life. I just want you to know that. He kept putting people in my life. Pat, are you here? Pat 6? I don't know if Pat made it or not. There's this woman, same time, Lou Rochelle, Stephanie Bruel. By the way, Bo, I'm still mad at you for giving my husband golf clubs. Okay? I was happy to see you, but I'm mad at you too. Side note. There's this poem by Marion Williamson that Nelson Mandela shared at his inauguration, and I plastered that up in graduate school on my wall next to my computer, and I don't know it by heart, but I will tell you there's some lines in it like, who are you not to be? Right, Gerard? Who are you not to be brilliant? Who are you not to be talented, that are shrinking so that other people feel being okay, being around you doesn't allow for you to manifest what God has done in your life. And once I understood that my shrinking was minimizing. Because I just want y'all, I know everybody here doesn't hold the same faith, some don't have the same beliefs, but I just want you to know, and I always told Ilsa this, Ilsa, I don't know if you remember this, my best friend, my partner in crime, you know, we're married for life. I can't stand her sometimes, other times I love her. I always told her, I just want you to know, even though you're atheist, God did this for us. Yeah. But when I realized that shrinking was minimizing what he has done in my life, then that made it okay, not even okay, but a requirement that I stand tall and stand bold and just be here. I almost, when I went into grad school, so I went to the Seattle School of Theology and Psychology, and later on, I'll never forget, my girlfriend, Dr. Jamie Miller's here from LA. Jamie, give him a little wave. She's the reason you're here on this story I remember later on, it was, I can't remember her last name, Leslie something, Jamie, she said to me, we almost didn't let you in, and I fought for you to get in. Because, you know, again, I feel like I brought something, but I didn't bring, and I don't know who can relate to this, but I'm not your standard academically, you know, intellectual kind of person. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? What I bring comes from here, right? I'm not saying I'm not smart, y'all. I done worked on those issues. I'm just saying that she said that she fought for me. And yeah, Jamie, I was really struggling, I couldn't figure out, why my darker skinned sisters, my whole life, not all of them, but were treating me in a way that didn't make sense to me, and you helped me to understand that, so that it wasn't about me, but understanding how racism, how we've internalized that, and how we hurt one another. Yeah. And I'll just let you know, Jamie was my first friend that like wanted my success as much as I wanted it. Like, I didn't know friends did that, okay? Like, that they, no matter where they were at in life, they were like, keep lifting you up. Y'all have a friend like that? Yeah. Okay. So I graduate, and I come back to Seattle. Jamie and I don't see each other, but whenever we pick up the phone, it's like yesterday. And I go into private practice. Where's my girl, Dr. Jones? Where's Mary? Did she come? Oh. Like back to back, I was blessed with you. Okay, because I'm Dr. Jones, stand up. Janine, I want people to see you. So I go into private practice. I don't know nothing, y'all. I don't know nothing. We study for our license exam together. She passes it the first time. Okay, I do 3. Okay, give me 3. Okay, and I barely pass it. She don't judge me. She support me. When I'm ready for private practice, she's teaching me everything she knows. You know what it's like to have a friend like that? That says, like, what do you need to know? Okay, and then she comes to me. I think maybe she's trying to get rid of me. I'm thinking about that right now. She says, Caprice, somebody give me some Kleenex. She says, Caprice, there's a job at Seattle Public Schools I think you would be perfect for. I read this description. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't even know I wanted a job, okay? Because I was doing private practice. This is when I learned that I love to be center of attention, that 50-minute one-on-one where it was all about me, wasn't really working for me. And so I look at the job description, I said, yeah, okay, I'm gonna apply. And she said, Gary, come bring me your napkin. Oh, you have one? Nobody gonna touch me if I keep sniffling and, COVID and all that. And I applied for this job. I call HR and I say, there's just a paragraph. What else is to this job? They said, what you see is what you get. Right, I'm sorry, but there's some work. Brother Brad, that we went to school with, there's some work that needs to be done in HR. And I'm like, okay, well, I can do that paragraph. Until I get the job and I end up in HR, and they got me, so I kid you not, like 10 pages I'm reading through, signing about how I'm gonna dismantle institutional racism within Seattle Public Schools. This is what's amazing, because God, He knew that if I would have saw those 10 pages, I would have been like, I can't do that, right? And then I got to meet some really incredible people. Whew, I got to meet some incredible people. Ray Williams, where are you? Oh my gosh, I didn't get to hug you. Stand up, please. And Melissa, my team, right? And we were, here's one of the things, thank you. All right, you got my back, thank you. Brother man bring me one, she brings me the packet, thank you. Oh yeah, Ray and Ilse and I, we were making stuff up as we went along. We didn't know what we were doing, but we cared, right? And we wanted to make a difference in the lives of students. And we were an awesome team. Where's Ilse at? Yeah. So I taught graduate school for a little while. People didn't know, my students didn't know that I was trying new things out on them so that I could start a business later. God had it all planned. And if it worked for them, then I figured it would work for everyone else. And they thought I was kind of amazing. So, about, let's see, I think it's been 14 years, 2008. I don't know if you got that right on the meet and greet. Ilse and I went up to her and, and asked, hey, you want to start this business? First of all, I had to go to my husband, Gary. Okay, let me just say, I haven't got to him yet, but let me just say, I had to make sure he was okay that I wasn't working. And then I said, hey, you want to try this thing out? And she's like, sure, because Ilsa was game for everything. I didn't know that at the time, but she's pretty open to new things. And I'll tell you, again, I feel like we are so opposite. We are so, in every way, I make jokes about it. Like, I shave my legs. Okay, I make sure my legs, even though you can't see my legs, I'm gonna make sure my legs are shaved, okay? My girl, no, she's not all natural. She's vegan. I'm gonna eat a bacon sandwich, some bacon, some eggs. But we're married for life in a different kind of way. And one of the things, Ilsa, that I really love about you, and you get on my nerves sometimes like my husband, is that if I bring something to you and I say, eventually I say, hey, we need to talk about this, that something's bothering me or something's on my mind, like you always step up to the plate, like wanting to be a better person is you. And because you're a better person, I'm a better person. So I decided that I was gonna create this first ever award. It may exist somewhere else in the world, but I want you to come up here for a minute. I charged the business for this. Best Business Partner Award since 2000. She said she's gonna put it on her resume.